Hi there. In this video, I'll be talking about the sun moving from Scorpio into Sagittarius. So that's what's happening at the moment. Today is the 22nd of November 2021. And when the sun moves, changes signs, changes zodiac signs, we can often feel a shift in pace and focus and energy. And at this time, there are a lot of diverse energies around for us to be able to get to grips with. However, what I would like to talk about is the movement between Sun in Scorpio moving into Sun in Sagittarius. So let's just have a moment to reflect on what happened during Sun in Scorpio. Scorpio is all about the plutonic energy that is the underground, the underworld, probing the depths, doing investigative work, looking under the surface of things. It's really good for scientific investigation, gathering detail, gathering facts, looking at things clearly, applying critical thinking. So at this point, when we then move into Sagittarius, Sagittarius is like the eternal seeker who aims to put some meaning and broader brushstrokes onto the details and facts that have just been uncovered. So it's this uncovering period, and then we're left with all of these facts and we want to make sense of it. So Sagittarius rules higher education, not any old education, higher education, both the learning of and the teaching of. So we're talking about higher order thinking, applying critical thinking skills, really doing plenty of research. And I used to be a university lecturer, so I know what it takes to, assimilate all of the different evidence, to actually do your wider reading, and then to present a logical, coherent argument based on applying critical thinking of all of the findings. So now is not a time for sloppy thinking, or homogenized thinking, or following the crowd and just going, I don't want to know about any of this. It's actually time for genuinely using your brain and really honing in on what we believe and what we think and rational thoughts, and examining our ideas and hopes and beliefs and values, all of these things, putting it all together and making meaning. So Sagittarius loves to make meaning. Sagittarius is the wise teacher. It's using wisdom, or turning learning into wisdom. So we've also recently had a full moon in Taurus, which was also a partial lunar eclipse. And I don't know about you, but I felt those as quite heavy, intense energies. And the Taurus full moon calls us to release values and relationships that no longer serve us moving forward. So hopefully by this point, we've had a few days to let that settle, and we've arrived back at a place of our kind of new self that's ready to move forward in Sun in Sagittarius season. So Sagittarius is about communication, but it's about outward communication, looking outward, sharing knowledge with many others, as opposed to the Gemini kind of communication, which is doing a lot of reading or study, and that's communication between yourself and the author. That's kind of one-to-one. Also, Gemini likes to work in its peer group and in the local community, whereas Sagittarius is more like, oh no, I want to immerse myself in different cultures and religions and spiritualities of the world, and kind of look outwards and look more broadly and with an eye on adventure, to expand its horizons, and that's for all of us. So at this time, we want to be looking at expanding our horizons, expanding our knowledge, growing, whether that's mentally through the acquisition of knowledge and studying, or whether that's on a soul level by going through processes of ridding ourselves of old emotions and belief systems that no longer fit us and feel right for us in what it is that we hope to be, do and achieve right now and going forwards. So Sagittarius rules the domain of law, justice, politics, higher education, because in theory, and I'm saying in theory because I don't like what I see in politics at the moment and haven't done for quite a long time. In theory, politics should always be a higher order thinking. It should always be for the good of the many and applying critical thinking. And it should be that higher level thought. So if something doesn't feel right because you're just being told one message that is very sloppy and dumbed down and homogenized, then you might want to really look outside of those messages and wonder what's going on. And you would be absolutely right to question what's going on and to question authority. So when we take notice of what's happening and take notice of diverse opinions and diverse thoughts, and we actually care about what other people say rather than going down a narrow avenue of I only listen to a certain type of person or a certain type of message, that's not the route to growth. It's not the route to expansion. Now we need to be broadening our horizons, taking in more information, seeking out information, and being that fiery, gutsy, happy, optimistic Sagittarian type who will open its heart and open its doors to other people and say, come and sit down and talk to me and tell me what you know, and listen to the answer and listen to diverse viewpoints, because that's how we grow, through caring about each other and genuinely opening our hearts to other people and other perspectives. Yeah, so I think that's it. What else did I say? Yeah, it's really about growth. So setting our mindset for growth and where are we going in this season. So in every zodiac sun sign season, we have approximately 30 days. So how about setting an intention for this Sagittarius season and connecting with other people, diverse viewpoints, maybe read something that you wouldn't normally read, listen to something you wouldn't normally listen to, expand your mind in a way that feels good, maybe try some new food from a completely different culture, get your mind thinking about where you might travel to, if indeed you're allowed, next. Yeah, and anything that feels like a mind expanding, soul expanding activity would be really high up there in this Sagittarian season. If you would like a personalised reading, just contact me. And yeah, I think that's about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.